Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Welcome back to my channel, my loverlies. I have missed you so much. If you've never been here before, thank you so much for clicking on my video. I do so hope that you will like and subscribe before you leave. Become part of the Mama family. You know you want to be here, and Mama's got your back, at least where makeup's concerned anyway. Y'all, I am the queen of drugstore makeup. Probably not the queen, but I know my way around. And I finally got my hands on something I have been drooling over. So I was sent because I love, love, love all of my Facebook friends. They are so fantastic. My YouTube friends as well. But this was sent from a Facebook friend. So I finally got my hands on a couple of the Essence 6-pan teeny tiny little palettes. And they are so cute. So I have the Dancing Green. And then I also have, I like to move it, Mauve it, Mauve it. I love this. I love the names. I think they're so cute. I think the palettes themselves are absolutely adorable. So this one is green and this one is like, I wouldn't say it's mauve, but it's more of like a purpley kind of palette. They're really both super, super cute. Guys, when I tell you these are like the cutest, teeniest, tiny little things, like they're literally the size of my palm. Like for some reason I expected them to be just a little bit bigger. But they're so cute. They're so cute. They're so teeny tiny. I cannot wait to mauve it. I cannot wait to put these on my eyes. I'm going to use the purple on one eye and the green on another. One on one. I don't know. I want to use them both. I want to talk to you real quickly about what I've been doing with my eyebrows though. So I wasn't liking... I love eyebrow pencils, and they're usually my go-to, but I've been wanting to kind of branch out and do something just a little bit different. So I have actually, out of frame, sorry. So I've actually been using the Orgy palette to do my eyebrows. What I'll do first is I will take the NYX super skinny eyebrow pencil. I put it away because I wasn't going to talk about my eyebrows, but I think that they look so good today. I use the NYX, the super, super teeny tiny one, the micro brow pencil. So this bad boy, it is so feeny, really just so spectacularly tiny. And it's great. And I use this to outline my brows. And then I will go in with just an angled brush. I use this one from Morphe. It has definitely seen better days. It has definitely seen better days. My camera's not wanting to focus, but there she is. And I just take an angled pencil and I go in to this Orgy palette. And really, when I got this Orgy palette, because I got this, y'all know I didn't pay full price. I got this when he had that $12 sale going on during Christmas. And I looked at this palette and I really thought that there were just so many really beautiful skin tones in here. I have used this palette for contour. I've used this palette for bronzer. There are so many beautiful, like, y'all can say what you want to about Jeffree Star. You know, he might not be the best person in the world, but his makeup game is on point. Do I think it's overpriced and way too expensive? Of course, but his packaging is adorable. He makes great makeup. And I go in with this shade... Knee Pads right here for the front of my brow. And I'm going to swatch it for you guys. It's really just like almost a perfect kind of not warm, but not cool, super, super neutral, like blonde taupey shade that is perfect for like the front end of my brows. And then I go in with the shade Body Chills. So I either use Body Chills right here, which is just a little bit darker, or I'll use the shade Explicit, depending on how dark I want my brows to be. So I'll either use this one or this one. Today I used Body Chills, and I went in with that for the tail. And it really just works so, so beautifully. The formula of the shadows is so nice that it really just kind of goes on. It's super smooth. It's really finely milled. It works perfectly for my brows. So I just wanted to let y'all know that it doesn't necessarily have to be a brow powder. It doesn't have to be a contour powder. Y'all can use eyeshadows for just about anything. And I think in this case, it worked really, really well for my brows. I am by no means a brow expert. My brows are a continuous work in progress. But I just kind of wanted to share that with you guys because I thought it was so neat. I really, really enjoyed it. We're going to go in with the... I don't know which palette to use first. I'm so excited about both of these. I'm not sure what to do. Of course, she also sent me one of these lipsticks. This is the LA Girl matte Flat Velvet Lipstick. Oh my goodness, I love this. This is so, so pretty. Such a beautiful color. Really not doing my teeth any favors, but I really don't care because I just love the color so, so much. And it's kind of inspiring me. I love this. It hugs the lip kind of perfectly. I love the color. It is so bright. And really, it's like almost like a neon purple. It's got that kind of like dark, vampy kind of purple thing, but it's still bright. I just love it. I love this color. It's so, so pretty. And then these are so stinking cheap. Like you can't, oh, you just cannot beat it. I love that. So I think because I'm just feeling the purple so much, I think we'll go in with the purple first. We'll do the purple on this side. I know usually when I come on here, I have one eye done, and then we just speed through the second one. But today I thought that I would just kind of do the whole thing with you guys and let y'all see my my process. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. I haven't practiced. I haven't figured anything out yet. So we're just gonna sit here and we're gonna talk and we're gonna do some makeup and we're gonna chillax. I hope you guys have a cup of coffee because y'all know I don't have coffee, but it's because it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon and I actually am filming not in the middle of the night when everybody else is asleep. My husband came home from work and then my son called. Gotta love teenage boys, right? So he thought today that it was, I have a glass of sweet tea. That's why I don't have coffee. I have a glass of sweet tea in my Loverly Skull and Crossbones cup because I love it so much. But my son thought that it was pajama day at school today, and it definitely was not. So he went to school in his pajamas. He wore the pajamas I got him for last Christmas. So not only is it like actually warm out there today for a change, hallelujah, praise Jesus, but it's rainy. So he went to school in flannel pajamas, long sleeve, long pants, flannel pajamas. So he called my husband probably about 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago, and was like, Dad, I need clothes. And you could tell he was having such a bad day. You can always tell when your baby's having a bad day because his voice was just so flat and so monotone. He just sounded absolutely miserable. So I picked him out a pair of shorts and a big white t-shirt because that's his like favorite kind of uniform. If he could wear shorts and a t-shirt all day, every day, he'd be a happy camper. He doesn't really care. I tell you what, I have never met a person, boy, girl, man, woman, child, whatever, who hates jeans as much as my son does. He cannot stand them. Hates jeans. So I'm going to try to work and talk at the same time. I'm going to go in. I'm probably going to do the same generic eye look everybody else has done with these palettes. But I'm okay with that. I'm going to go into the lightest shade in the palette. And I'm just going to put that all over my transition area. I don't believe they have names. Do they? Yes, they do. This is called, I'm going to go into Mauve It. Mauve It or Move It? I'm so blind. What does this say? It says Move It. I'm going to go into Move It. And then I'll probably take Catching and put that right underneath. So I'm going to go into this one and put it all over my transition. And then I'll probably go into this one. Probably go into this one. No, because that's matte. See, this is the problem I have with 6-pan palettes. As much as these are absolutely adorable, I crave, like, options. And, like, there's, okay. So, I'm just going to do it, and then I'll just tell you what I'm doing as I'm doing. I'm going to use my Do Color 03, just a big fluffy brush. I'm going to go into the lightest shade, and we'll put this underneath my eyebrow, and we will work from there. So what was I saying? Oh, I have never met a child, man, woman, child, boy, girl, who hates jeans as much as this little boy does. He won't wear them. And y'all, I spend good money on his wardrobe because I'm one of those parents who, when I was in school, my parents didn't care about clothes. They didn't care about what kind of clothes we wore. So I went to school in hand-me-downs, and all of my clothes had holes and rips, and they were all stained, and I got teased mercilessly. Okay, so I'm going to go into the next deepest matte, which is this one. This is called Energetic. No. I am so, okay, I'm just going to go into this one. I'm going to go into this middle one right here. It is called Catching. Yes, we're going to go into Catching. No, we're not. We're going to go into, yeah, oh my God, I feel so dumb. We're going to go into this shade right here, and we're going to put this right underneath that first shade we used, just into the lower transition. And I'm just going to do like a really classic, super, super easy kind of smoky eye. I'm going to try to give myself a little bit of shape though. I will say they're going on really, really nicely. I like this color. It is very beautiful. It does translate more mauve on the eye than it does in the pan. I think that's probably got something to do with the purple packaging, because it does indeed look much more mauve on my eye than it does in the pan. I'm going to take this pretty high. On my outer edge over here. The mattes seem to be performing really, really well though. Y'all know I love a good matte shadow. And this is going on really, really pigmented. It's blending really, really nicely. It's doing exactly what I want it to do. That's a really pretty color. Very, very cool toned. Very soft, almost like icy. Like, I almost want to think of like a grape kind of popsicle kind of color, but not like that artificial grape popsicle. Just a really beautiful frosty mauve color. That is so, so pretty. I like that. These are definitely going to be one of those palettes that I keep in my go bags for like emergencies. I don't know if I've ever told you guys before, but I do have like little go bags in every single one of my purses. I have a little just in case of emergency makeup stash. So I have little makeup bags in every single purse. It's got a palette, an eyeshadow, like a fluffy eyeshadow brush, because I can do a whole eye look with this, no problem. This is like my favorite shape brush ever. If you have a good one of these, you can do your makeup for sure. I have an eyeshadow palette, I have a brush, I have a lipstick, a lip gloss, mascara, and eyeliner. And with that, I am prepared for anything. So this is definitely one of those ones that I would for sure 100% put in a go bag. I love this color. I'm just kind of building up this color and seeing if I can like build it on itself and seeing if I can get some good dimension just from this one color. And it seems to be doing that pretty well. I'm going to dip into the iciest, kind of like the lightest shimmer, which is this one right here. I'm going to dip in just with the same brush. I have my towel sitting right here that I'm just kind of wiping my brush on in between each color. I think I'm going to take this eye look in kind of like a 90s frosty kind of direction, just because that's the feels that I'm getting with this palette. So I'm going to go real frosty up underneath. Plus, I've got like a high ponytail in today, like a high, yeah, it's a ponytail, kind of like half updo. And I'm feeling very 90s vibes, so we're just going to go with it. I'm just going to brush this right under my eyebrow. The shimmers are beautiful. I will swatch this color for you just because it is so pretty. Really beautiful, nice and buttery. It's got a nice amount of moisture to it, so it's really going to stick to your eye. It's really pretty. It's a perfect kind of highlight shade because it's very, very subtle, but it does have a nice bit of reflect to it. So yes, my son hates jeans. Will not wear them, but he'll wear sweatpants all day, every day. Sweatpants and shorts and all that good stuff. So he called my husband, and he was like, Dad, I need clothes. So, of course, Mr. Hubby got out of bed because, of course, he was taking a nap. Since he's been up since 2 o'clock, we've all been up since 2 o'clock this morning. So, Mr. Hubby got up, and I packed him a bag. And because I know he's having an absolutely terrible day, I packed him shorts and a shirt. And then I wrote him a little, kind of like a little love note. I love you. I'm sorry you're having a bad day. I hope it gets better. all that good stuff. And then I sent him a candy bar. I sent him one of those Twix salted caramel bars. He loves those things. And I keep a stash of them things because I love them so, so much. I'm going to go into, let's go into the deepest shimmer. I'm going to take that on this Dew Color 11. So this is just kind of a flat packing brush, kind of like a detail shader. Let's go into the darkest shade in the palette. It picks up really, really nicely on the brush. I'm going to start packing this on my outer corner. And trying to create a little bit of depth with it. I'm also going to bring it through my crease, just about halfway. I don't normally put shimmer shades in my crease, but it is doable, and you can make it work. And I will say that this shimmer has really, really great opacity. Like, it's going on, it's doing what I need it to do. It's nice and dark. It is blending like a dream. It really is a beautiful, beautiful shadow formula. I'm going to bring this just a little bit higher out here on my outer corner. Kind of build a little bit of shape with this shadow. Kind of give my eye like an upturned effect. I'll go back in to that first brush that we used, the Dew Color 03, and I'll just blend that line right through my crease. Very, very gentle pressure. Just to get everything melt together. It did give me nice like definition. It blended out super, super easily. But it did give me nice depth in my crease, which I am enjoying. I do have quite a bit of fallout down here. Like, not a ton, but there's a good amount of fallout, so I will have to clean that up. But that's really, really pretty. I like that. Let's go in back with the, excuse me, small shader. Let's go into the mid-tone purple. So the mid-tone shimmer. So this one right here. Let's see how this one plays. And then I'll probably use something from a different palette as my highlight shade. And I'm just going to press this on all over my remaining lid space. Just kind of tap it on and tap to blend it with that darker shade. That's really pretty. Very, very monochromatic, but that's what these palettes are. They're very monochromatic palettes. That's pretty. I will say this is a absolutely stunning, like, everyday, in a rush, on the go kind of palette. This probably wouldn't be the kind of palette that I would gravitate towards every single day. But when I was in a rush, if I was in a rush, this would be a really, really nice palette to pick, just because it is so simple and so easy to use. And I think that's the most you can ask for out of these teeny tiny little palettes. And I don't think that these palettes are really made for, like, you know, super big makeup lovers anyway. Makeup lovers, of course, but not like, you look at this palette and you're not supposed to be doing like a big giant rainbow eye look. This is it's made to be super easy to use, really quick, and that's exactly what it is. It does what it's made to do, and I think it's so, so cute. I love this. So I like to mauve it. Mauve it is a definite win in my book. Really, really cute. Let's take that small shader one more time. Let's clean it off, and let's take this mid-tone matte purple. So this one right here. Let's put this right on the lash line. Just like that. do a little bit of a smoky liner situation. And then we'll go in with, let's do something, let's go into my e.l.f. smudge brush. If I can find it. Is it dirty? Probably. So I'll just use this one. This is the from BH Cosmetics. It's just like a flat shader brush. Same as the Dew Color one. And we'll go into the mid-tone. Oh, there I am. Hello. We'll go into this shade right here. And we'll just smudge that underneath. Smoke it out a little bit. That's pretty. Very soft, very subtle, but they blend out really, really beautifully. Super, super easy to use. That's pretty. That is so, so pretty. And I think that it looks really nice with my blue eyes. I feel like this color would look really beautiful with brown and green eyes too. It's kind of mauve is kind of such a universal shade. Anyway, really, really stunning. I'm going to take the same 3 brushes that I used for the first palette, and we'll do basically the same thing with the second palette. I'm excited for this green one. Green palettes always make me happy. Green is one of those colors that I just cannot seem to get enough of here lately. And we're just going to do the same thing. We'll go into the lightest shade in the palette. I will say that there are 3 metallics in here, 2 mattes, and then this is more of a satin shade, which is fine because it's the highlight shade. So I'm going to take that Dew Color 03, go into the lightest shade in the palette, and let's put this right up underneath the brow. Oh, that is a really, really pretty satin shade, though. It's not quite metallic, but it does have that kind of like opalescent sheen to it that just looks so, so pretty. I find shades like this to be nice and smoothing as well. And for me, that's always a good thing because my eyelids be wrinkly, y'all. I have super, super wrinkly eyelids. That's a really pretty shade. Now let's go into this really beautiful brown shade. And we're just going to put this, we're going to tuck this all into our transition shade. Oh, that is a beautiful, beautiful brown shade. We're not gonna go quite as shaped for this eye because I just love this brown shade. So we're gonna go nice and smoky for this one. I think I'm gonna take it higher out here, but keep everything nice and rounded. You hear my babies? My husband just got home from taking Sean his clothes. I hope he reads his note, and I hope he changes his clothes, and I hope he has a much better day than he was having previously. You know, we always want to save our kids from any kind of pain or misery, but he is at like such a space right now, and he's got such an attitude about freaking everything. Like absolutely everything. This brown is so pretty. Like, I know it's just a brown, but oh my gosh, it is a beautiful, beautiful brown. I almost think that it has like a green undertone to it. Like I'm looking at it in my screen, and it is such a beautiful kind of like khaki brown color. Oh my goodness. I thought for sure I was going to love the purple palette, but I'm telling you right now, I think that this green palette, I've just used 2 shades of it so far, but I think this green palette is so, so pretty. I'm just living for this khaki color. And I'm getting so much like depth and dimension out of it. It is blending like a dream. I'm not really putting very much effort into it at all. I'm just using very, very gentle pressure just to kind of smoke it out up towards my brow. But it's doing exactly what I want it to do. It's going exactly where I want it to go. That is an absolutely beautiful, I love this. My babies are talking to me. Hello. Hello, honeys. Let's go back into, let's use the larger shader brush and we'll go into, no, I don't want to do that. I'm going to use a different brush because I want to like really go into my crease. So I'm going to use, let's use an e.l.f. crease brush. Yeah, this is the e.l.f. eye crease brush. It's just a small, rounded, kind of like detail blender. And we'll go into the dark green in the palette. I will say there's really no dust up or like kick up in the pan. They're pressed really, really beautifully. And I'm going to start, again, just kind of packing this on my outer V. I want to keep everything nice and rounded though, because I want it to be nice and smoky. And I'm going to bring this through my crease. Not all the way to my inner corner, but just about. Stopping it just short of my inner corner. And this green is really, really beautiful. It's nice and dark, really richly pigmented. It's going on super, super easy. And then I'm going to go back into that fluffy brush. No extra product on it. I'm just going to through my crease and just soften out any edges and really just blend this out and smoke it out. Blend it into that beautiful khaki color as much as I can. But it'll still give me that nice definition in my crease. I think I'm going to dip just a little bit more into that brown color. I'm trying to keep the inner portion of my eye still nice and light, so I can go in with some of the beautiful, beautiful shimmers in here and really show them off. So that green gave us some really, really nice depth. It's blended out beautifully. I'm going to go in and put just a little bit more back into my e.l.f. crease brush and put just a little bit more on the outer V, just so that it's nice and defined. Just like that. Really, really pretty. What is that? Oh, okay. So I've got a little bit of balding going on. So I will say that that green is a little bit patchy. I'm going to take my crease brush and I'm just going to try to kind of tap that over top and get rid of that balding, that patchiness. It's still a little bit there. Okay, we're going to go in to the fluffy brush again, and I'm going to mix the brown and the green together. Okay, that fixed it. So I'm going to go ahead and say that this is probably one of those palettes that you need to start with the darkest shade, the darkest matte, just because it's having a little bit of trouble really adhering to the eye. So my advice for you when using this palette would be to start with your darkest color and then blend out with the lighter shade. It's not difficult. They blend really, really easily, so it shouldn't be a problem at all. But I will say you definitely need to start with the darker shade and then blend out with the lighter one. Still really, really beautiful. I was able to fix, for the most part, the balding. Is that balding or is that just my light? That's just my light. It's not balding. Okay, so it's just the light. I'm not balding at all. It's really, really pretty. Very nice, even pigment. And then I'm just going to take my finger and let's go into this one. Let's go into this really beautiful kind of like taupey, mossy shimmer. It looks so, so good. It feels so good. It's nice and buttery on my finger. Oh my goodness gracious. Look how pretty that is. That went on like nothing. It went on so, so easily. Okay, I love that. It is spectacular. Really, really beautiful. And then now we've got an absolutely stunning green gold eye that is just like gonna be so flattering on everybody. But I do feel like this palette would be the absolute best on brown eyes. I can see this eye look and I can just see like a beautiful, like, oh, gorgeous, warm brown eye right in the center. And I think it would just bring out all kinds of beautiful golden and green tones in a brown eye and really just beautiful, beautiful. So brown eyed girls, I feel like this is the palette for you, 110%. Let's go back into that e.l.f. eye crease brush and go into this kind of like silvery taupe color and see if we can put that as the highlight shade. Yeah, that's super, super pretty. It's still light enough. It's still lighter than the gold. So it still kind of gives us that contrast that we want. And I like how the gold is just a little bit, it's got just a little bit more warmth to it. It's still a very cool toned palette, but that gold has got just enough warmth to it to kind of bring a little bit of life back to the eye. That is really, really pretty. I'm going to take a little bit more of that first shade that we used, that really beautiful satin shade. And I'm just going to reinforce underneath my eyebrow. It's a really beautiful, very, very pale, like satin. It almost doesn't even show up. It is so subtle, but it's got such a beautiful kind of like light catching quality to it. And it's like a very, very pale gold. That is so, so pretty. I'm going to take a small angled brush. I'm going to use the one from e.l.f., which is my absolute favorite. And let's go into that gorgeous, gorgeous brown color. And I'm just going to line my bottom lash line. I'm not going to bring it all the way through. I'm just going to go about 3/4 of the way through my lash line. And then I'm going to very, very, very gently take that BH Cosmetics brush and I'm just going to lightly smoke it out. Just a touch. So that we've got a little bit going on the lower lash line, but it still looks relatively clean. Oh, that is so absolutely stunning. I think I'm going to take a little bit of that brown and take it through. Oh, there's mirrors on here too, so I can use the mirror. I'm just going to stamp this on my upper lash line as well. Just because I cannot seem to get enough of this color. It is so absolutely beautiful. Not doing a super big line, but just a little bit of, just a little touch of something. Oh, that is so, so pretty. Okay, so final thoughts on both of these palettes. I definitely like the green one better. The purple one is absolutely beautiful, but I do find that I get more depth and more contrast out of the green palette. I feel like the purple palette is just a little bit too monochrome for me. The formula is absolutely stunning. Both the shimmers and the mattes are super, super easy to work with. I like both eye looks a lot. I will say that it's darker and I'm more of like a dramatic kind of girl anyway. If you're more into that soft, subtle smokiness, the purple palette is definitely the one for you. I like to mauve it. Mauve it is so, so pretty. I am going to take this purple lipstick off because it's not doing for me what it was earlier. So let's take that off. Okay. I really do enjoy this. Not my favorite of the two, but this is a really, really beautiful palette. Perfect for just kind of very soft, very subtle, everyday, on-the-go kind of looks. This is your girl. Love this. My favorite of the two is definitely the green one. This blew me away. I knew that these were going to be good. I heard so many wonderful things about these palettes from just about everyone. Since they dropped, everybody's just kind of been, you know, amazing. And I agree 100%. The formula is spot on, fantastic. I will say I like this color story a lot better. I like that there is definitely a lot more dimension and depth in here. I love the choices of shimmers that they picked. So you still have 3 really beautiful shimmer shades. This satin shade is stunning. It's so like subtle, but it's still got that beautiful like light catching ability that just makes it a really, really beautiful shadow. This brown is probably my favorite shade in the entire palette. I'm not a brown girl. I do not generally think that brown eyeshadows are special. This brown eyeshadow is indeed very, very special. It is an absolutely gorgeous kind of like khaki green brown color. I've never experienced anything quite like this color, and I'm totally, totally into it. This dark green is, again, really, really beautiful. I had a little bit of like a patching problem, but that's just because it just happens with matte shades sometimes. Next time I use this palette, I will know that I need to start with my darkest shade and then blend out with my lighter one, and that's totally okay. Yeah, I mean, I was able to fix the problem. I love the eye look that I was able to come up with. And yeah, you guys let me know in the comments below, which is your favorite palette? Do you guys own either one of these palettes? And if you do you prefer the purple or the green? I also know that they make a couple more. I know there is a Coral Me Maybe one that I want so insanely bad. I am definitely, because I've tried these 2 palettes, I'm definitely going to have to order the Coral one, because now I just need to know if it's as amazing as both of these are. I'm just lining my waterline with this Profusion black eyeliner pencil. It's just an old school wooden pencil. I'm going to try to go ahead and finish up these eye looks for you guys. I'll probably pop on a nude glossy lip. I think that purple lipstick is absolutely fabulous, but probably not what I need to be wearing with either one of these eye looks. I'm going to go for, let's go for an old favorite. I'm going to use the same lip liner that I use every single time I line my lips. I'm going to use my NYX Suede. This is the NYX Suede. No, this is just the straight up NYX lip pencil in the shade brown. I love this guy. He's getting so teeny tiny. I'm getting very, very low. It is almost time to go purchase another one. I'm just going to focus on the curves of both my upper and lower lips, just to kind of define my lips a little bit. And then I'm going to go in with my Milani Color Fetish matte lipstick in the shade Tease. I love this lipstick. It is like the perfect, perfect color for me. And it smells like vanilla cake mix. So, so pretty. I love it. Guys, that's our look for today. What do we think? Do we like it? Do we love it? Would we rock it? Let me know in the comments below. As always, no filters, no edits, no fancy lighting used. It's just me sitting in front of my camera, playing with makeup, hoping you guys are enjoying what I'm doing. I absolutely am so happy I finally got my hands on these. I love them so much. Please let me know if you guys have these. If you have the coral one, let me know. Is this fantastic as I hope it is? I really cannot wait to get my hands on that one too. I will, of course, be leaving all of the products that I used on my face today in the description box below, along with the link to my Facebook page, Makeup for the Everyday Mama. I post all my finished pictures over there. I feel like sometimes I'm, of course, going to finish my face and take a picture, but we ain't got time for like base and all that good stuff because it's being an hour and a half long video, and none of us have time for that. So I will finish my face and I will post the pictures over on my Facebook page. Make sure you click the link in the description box and go check it out over there. I feel like you always get a better look for what's going on in a picture because you can kind of zoom in and see what's going on. And, you know, I really don't edit my pictures either. I maybe mess with the lighting a little bit, but for the most part, I don't use Facetune or anything. So what you see is what you get. And that's about it, guys. Let me know, did you enjoy the video? Is there anything that you guys would like to see me review or anything that you guys would like to see me play with? I am so interested to know. As always, guys, I love you so very much. Stay safe, take care of yourselves, and remember, you're important. Bye.